Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
To throw, it's Childs. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop them.
Unloads to the right. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Right. I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you want it to open up. It isn't how you want it to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
First down here for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's White. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they break the seal on the scoring. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell, among many, who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pulled back a couple years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face, and they're going to play physical.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Childs. Snags it over the middle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's White. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Now on first down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using his legs, it's White. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Coming after him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. And the Badgers are on the move. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And here comes the field goal unit.
Number 19 on the field goal.
Didn't make a them sweat it all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. And the ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He'll throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 30 short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll bring it back. It's Jones. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
To the air, it's Childs. He's taking the shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Spartans in the hurry-up. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Spartans line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're trying to get to it. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's fired. Flips it out to the back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He unleashes a long one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Now on the option. The pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's English. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught on the outside. It's Marsh. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Dropping back, it's Childs. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Pulls it in. It's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Working that left side now. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's fired. He'll take another shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built.
Makes the grab on the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Makes the grab. It's Flight. They make the stop, but the sweep pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they're able to get him down.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
It's still 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's fired. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
17, Michigan State 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Spartans will hustle to the line. Wants to throw. It's Childs. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Feeling some heat. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Is incomplete. Coming up, fourth down.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Badgers will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw, it's fired. Throws toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Quick completion on the out. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Wisconsin! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And the Spartans get the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on...
He's going to throw deep right side. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Crosses the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. To the ground. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Dropping back, it's fired. Trying to get behind the defense. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Touchdown, Badger! And once he got loose, it was all over. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Got his man downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and listen, QB's got to find ways to push the ball down the field and make sure defenses don't just sit in zones and stay shallow. Nice job by the QB. Push it down the field. Make some big plays, baby.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
A third and long coming up here. Back to throw. It's fired. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. The Spartans racing to the line in a hurry-up.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to
the freshman able to get home with the sack. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Looking to pass. It's fired. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On third down, going up top. Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Finds the tight end, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gates. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air. It's fired. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going for it all. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Catch in the middle. It's Gates. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Badger. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Childs. They're bringing heat. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here.